Greetings from San Diego, California. This interactive multinational video conference is reaching you live in English and Spanish through a unique and complex international telecommunications network via satellite, microwave, and cable. This program brings together distinguished institutions representing education, business, and government in more than a dozen countries in the Americas and Europe. We look forward to hearing from you all. This is the 8th International Training Center video conference of the year 2005 series entitled Managerial Excellence and Network Collaboration for Global Competitiveness. We invite our viewing audience and affiliates in the continental United States that may not have the support materials for participants' manual for this program to contact us directly at info@itc-group.org to assist you with a copy. Thank you for being part of our international network. I'm Dr. Farhan Saba, Professor of Educational Technology at San Diego State University and the moderator of today's program. In the world of hyperchange we live today, success rarely comes by chance or luck. Highly achieving individuals, organizations, and communities usually are able to anticipate and even influence their future through art and science, through foresight and futuring. Foresight is a qualitative human competence that grows and evolves in all of us with experience and maturity as we grow older, helping us to think ahead in a variety of ways that we cannot really explain. It is the art of preparing for future challenges and opportunities. It can help us identify new products and services, as well as their markets and more ways for us to live healthier and longer lives. It is the key to making the correct decisions at the right time. Futuring, on the other hand, is the growing discipline and profession that involves the use of scientific and empirical methods and techniques to forecast and evaluate the future. It is based on a broad systems view of our past and present experience and relies heavily on information gathering and scanning, trends analysis, modeling, scenario evaluation, creative brainstorming, and visioning. Futuring is not just about predicting, it is a systemic effort to create a desirable future. This important video conference will discuss how individuals and organizations can combine foresight and futuring to help them navigate even the most turbulent of times, allowing them to identify and take advantage of the growing opportunities that the new economy is generating globally. As we grow older as individuals, organizations, communities, and countries, we tend to spend more time discussing and celebrating the past. We often tend to forget that our fast-paced present and future require us to spend more time and effort trying to look ahead. The distinguished invited speaker will elaborate on the mindset and organizational environment needed to develop a new culture of continuously visualizing the future and being ready to adapt accordingly, implementing and managing future projects in education, business, and government. In a module titled Preparing for the Future with Foresight and Trends Analysis, our distinguished guest, Mr. Thomas Hoffman, will introduce and review 6 major global trends that are shaping our world today. Furthermore, he will discuss the probable implications of these trends for the future. In another module titled Tools to Anticipate the Future and Maximize Opportunity, Mr. Hoffman will introduce specific techniques and methods you can use separately or combined for identifying major trends and analyzing their probable impact on the future. Mr. Thomas Hoffman is currently Vice President of Human Development for Golder Associates Corporation. Founded in Toronto in 1960, Golder Associates is a premier global group of continuing companies located in 22 countries, specializing in ground engineering and environment services. Mr. Hoffman is also founding partner of Essential Experiences Associates, a management consulting firm focused in helping Fortune 500 companies understand those organizational characteristics which will lead to higher levels of employee contribution, performance, and satisfaction. Since 1996, Mr. Hoffman has worked with various companies in North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and the South Pacific. Originally from Wisconsin, Mr. Hoffman began his career at AT&T in 1970 and spent 26 years as a manager and leader in the sales, operations, information systems, quality, and corporate staff. From 1995 to 1996, Mr. Hoffman worked as a senior consultant for Human Factors Incorporated, a consulting firm specializing in organizational cultural change and leadership. From 1997 to present, Mr. Hoffman has been an independent consultant and guest lecturer. Thank you and welcome to the program today. In years past, before the onset of the 21st century, year 2000 was the magic time for the arrival of the future. Now that we have arrived to the future, how important is futuring?
Well, thank you, Doctor. Well, first of all, I'm glad that the future didn't end in 2000 and arrive when we were all gone. But futuring is important in that we are looking for the trends, the things that are fundamental and basic that have worked in the past that will give us the strength and the roots to move forward. And not all of the ideas or imagination that people have about the future necessarily mean that it's going to happen. People do make things up, and a little science fiction may come into this. But in terms of being methodical, thinking about it in a very thoughtful way, futuring is a critical aspect, and futuring will continue to exist, and our futures will also continue to exist.
So are there as many venues to assess the future as before, ranging from popular arts and science fiction to robust evaluation and scientific methods?
Yes, I think there's probably even more with today's technology and the advances that we have to access much more information and be able to simulate it in different ways.
Great. Thank you for your insightful response. Let's begin with our important messages.